do it. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it. Make your dreams come true. Just do it. Some people dream success, while you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not going to stop there. It froze. Waiting for. Do it. Just do it. Yes, you can. Just do it. If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. All right. I don't know why it froze. That was funny. Not as anticipated. All right, so good morning, everybody. My name is Jared O'Leary, and I am now in the streaming mood thanks to Shia LaBeouf. I appreciate the motivation. I also appreciate Dylan. Thank you for the follow on Facebook. Appreciate you. All right, we are going to be doing multi-stream here, and I'm going to be practicing the drums and specifically working on limb independence, and I'm working out of a book that is called 50 Ways of Syncopation, and I'm going to be playing through different charts here. So the book that I am using is this one. So 50 Ways of Syncopation. It's by Dom Moyo, and you can actually find a link to it on the drum page. So jaredoleary.com/drum. If you scroll past the chop stuff, past all the charts, past the several hundred grid variations, and you go to books I recommend under the lessons and tips section, then this is where you can find this book. So if you go to the drum kit section, which is right down here, it's this one. This is not an affiliate link. Dom is a former drum set teacher of mine, and he is phenomenal. Dude can play like no one else. But these are some other books that I recommend, and these are affiliate links on Amazon and whatnot. So affiliate links means I get about 4%-ish back for anything that you purchased, and it's no extra cost to you. So if you want to like purchase the pads or the sticks or even like the pedal I use, I will get a small kickback from Amazon. So I appreciate everybody who has already done that and supported me doing those links. Okay, we are going to be working on this book, and I've got it written out on this spreadsheet. So I'm going to start off with number 7, which is the Bossa Nova. Okay, so here's how this one's going to go. So we're going to play paradiddles on quarter notes. On eighth notes, I'm going to play just alternating 16th notes, but you emphasize the 8th note while you're playing the Bossa Nova pattern. On anything longer than a quarter note, you just keep doing diddles. So like a dotted quarter note will just be... etc. Okay, so like a paradiddle diddle is a dotted quarter note. So that's the pattern we're going to play, and we're going to do this to some charts, but let's see. So the last time I did this was 115. It's technically proficient, but I was bored with it. Okay, well, let's try and make it less boring, and we'll try it at 120, maybe? All right, so all these play-along charts, if you just go into the timestamps in the description, you can jump to a specific BPM, so I can say, hey, start at 120, and then YouTube will be like, sure, we'll do that. We got you. Whoopsies. 1 and 2, ready, and... Okay. So the foot is going to continue to play this Bossa Nova pattern the entire time. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and... Oops. Seems weird, right? It's a funky little pattern. The drum trigger's not picking up all the little notes. A 1, a 2, a 1 and 2, and here we go. Ew. Yeah, I'm not really hearing my snare that much. Just seems so quiet. There we go, on. Here we go. A little bit easier when you can actually hear what you're playing. Microphone's a little too close. A 1, a 2, a 1 and 2, here we go. Okay. Survived it. Chart number 5. This was the last one. Playing this variation. It's a weird challenge mentally to play this. Yeah, so the challenge is specifically which hand am I going to play the paradiddle starting on? Is it going to start on the right or on the left while you're sitting there doing diddles? It gets a little confusing depending on the timing and whatnot. So that's a fun one. Good. All right, so I played that at 120. We use this journal to kind of keep track of like, well, how did I do? What should I play it at next time? It was it got better, so it got to about technically proficient. And I made progress on it, so success. Okay, so that was number 7. We are now going to stretch and massage, and then I'll do number 8. Okay, so let's do this front view. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to hold your stick so that you got your palms up. And then you pull up and in, and you follow through, and you're back in palm up, but you're all twisty. It's a weird one, I know. But it's good. Very good. And then you scroll back out. Okay, so now if you do traditional, hold it at the edge of that rotation, then rotate the other direction and hold it there. But I don't do that anymore, so I'm not going to do that. Now what I'm going to do is stretch the underside of the tendons. So I'm just kind of gently pulling back. Don't want to pull stuff. You could do this on your drum. You could do it on the wall. The lower you go, the deeper the stretch. Let's get some stretching music. Switch the other hand. Still working on that foot. We'll do the rebound again. That was a good one to work on that I did at the end of the stream on Wednesday. Squeaky chair. All right. So now that I've stretched the underside, now we're going to stretch the top side of the forearm. You could do this one at a time. You could do this on your drum. You could do this on the wall. The higher you go, the deeper the stretch. Or you could do two at a time, like on your leg like this. Just like sit nice and tall. Success. You can kind of change the angle a little bit. Make it feel a little bit better. Or not. I don't know. You do you. And we are good. All right, so now I'm going to stretch thumb to thumb. So this just goes twice as fast. You could do one at a time like that. But let me see if I can show you. So thumbs are touching. And if you do it this way, then it just feels good. So this first week with this new schedule has been nice. Doing the gaming stream after the drumming stream. It's good. I've made a promise to myself that I'm not going to do a drum stream, or not going to do a game stream, unless I do a drum stream, just to make sure that I am continuing to practice. Have that carrot on the end of the stick. Some days I wake up and I'm like, I don't really want to drum today. But then I'm like, no, I need to. Taking way too many breaks over this past couple of months. Been working on large projects, or like had like a big deadline due, like with a conference and whatnot. So I'm back. All right, so we've stretched the fingers, we've stretched the tendons and the forearms and whatnot. Now I'm going to massage. So now I'm going to kind of loosen it up even more. So I'm doing the thumb on top right here, and then the fingers go underneath. You can see my hand is a little cut. I don't know how it got cut, but it did. Got cut from the drum line. True story. I got cut from Vanguard because they said I didn't listen in. The actual reason for it, the snare tech was sitting there listening right before I ended up getting cut. This was in like February, so it was like one of the last to get cut. And we were playing roll exercise, and the person who was on the inside of me was slurring out their diddles and like was not playing the proper interpretation. And I was like, oh, okay, the snare tech is like sitting here and listening to us. I'm going to make sure that I demonstrate that I can play with proper interpretation, and I'll probably get moved to the inside. And instead, what he said is, what I needed you to do was to listen in, and we can adjust the person on the inside, and then you follow with their interpretation, rather than adhering to the perfect interpretation. And a lesson that I learned from that was, like, okay, just blend in with the snare line, and then you fix the center, and that kind of ripples out throughout the rest of the line. But yeah, ended up getting cut after I got fit for uniforms and whatnot, and was super excited, but that was a bummer. And then what I ended up doing is I went and marched outside snare for Academy. I specifically asked for it after I was the center snare and section leader the year before. I was like, yo, I was told I need to work on listening in, so can I be on the outside snare this year? And so I did that, and after like a couple of rehearsals, I was able to blend into whatever the interpretation was, right or wrong. And I was like, well, that was an easy fix. If only I had been told that before I was cut, to just blend in rather than play correctly. But it is what it is. I wouldn't have gotten in that car accident in 2005 if I had not been cut. So that was another bummer. By the way, I'm going to massage with the palm on my thumb, and then the back is getting the fingers. So I on my way home from rehearsal during like all days in the summer in 2005, this dude ran a red light, and I T-boned straight into him, and flipped him upside down. My car caught on fire. Like, it was a big old mess. I banged my knee on the dashboard, even though I was wearing like a seatbelt. Like, the impact was so sudden because I was not expecting that dude to run the red light. And I ended up like barely being able to finish off the season, like painkillers and all sorts of stuff, just so I could like finish. But I was getting all kinds of weird side effects and whatnot. Like, I fell asleep while playing a roll exercise. Like, it was wild. Like, standing up, playing a roll exercise in rehearsal, and I just fell asleep. And they knew it because I kept my sticks out after, like, the exercise ended. I was just kind of, like, swaying a little bit, and, like, the snare next to me just kind of, like, held my drum and was like, whoa, are you all right? So after that, I stopped the painkillers because, like, I can't, like, focus. Like, I'm literally forgetting show music because, like, the brain fog that came with, like, the painkillers, and, like, it was just rough. So I just, like, worked through the pain. But unfortunately, I couldn't march my last 2 years. So I did 5 years in the academy. And then 2006 and 2007, which would have been my age out, I did not get to march. So I would have done 7 years of drum corps, which would have been sweet. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to massage from here to here. But, like, to go with the theme of my tattoo, I don't know if you can see it, but sort of. Well, anyways, so it's got Calvin, and, like, it starts to rain, and then when it gets to here, like, it's pouring, but he's flipped the umbrella upside down, so he's learned to play in the rain. So, like, this is my daily reminder of, like, hey, take negative things, turn them into positive things. And so as a positive, what I ended up doing was focusing more on the education side of things rather than the performance side of things. And so, because I was like, at any moment, like, my hands could be taken away to an injury or whatever. And yeah, so all 3 of my degrees are in music education. And a lot of that had to do with, like, the injuries I got, like that car accident. And then the other one that I've talked about in other streams for my elbow inflated bursitis or whatever. Yeah, and then I became a YouTuber after getting a PhD. Weird career. Well, I guess before that I went into computer science education, got a PhD in music education, and then immediately started teaching computer science education, even though I don't have any degrees in computer science. Weird. I like it, though. It's fun. Keeps me out of trouble. +7 energy here. Wife. Spice. Ohayou gozaimasu. Okay. Let's pull this up. We're going to do number 8 now. So number 8 is playing alternating triplets on snare. What's that say? Oh, it was like move over to the right. I was like, that's not a word. Starting with the right hand. Okay, so accent the line on with 2 and 4 on the hi-hat. Okay, so this one, here's what you're going to do. So you just play, and then play the accents. Etc. while you do 2 and 4 on the hi-hat. Okay, so that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. Last time I did it at 180, and it was, man, pushing my limits. Okay, so let's try it at 160 then. And we'll go ahead and do charts 6 through 10. 160. Boom. If you press 0, it just sends you to the start of the video, which happens to start at 160. Shortcut. Actually, any of the numbers on the keys at the top will get you to 10%, 20%, etc. Wait, why is it so quiet? Why are you so quiet? This. Okay, there we go. Now I can hear it. Hey, stop it. Go back. All right. A 1, 2, ready, and ding, 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 ding. Of course, it stopped it. I was trying to put the mouse upside down so it wouldn't move around. All right, alternating triplets. Play the notations on the accents. Whoops. Alright, survived. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, and. Not getting all the interior notes. Yeah, like these. 2, a 1, 2, ready, and. Not even the accents. That was weird. That was all just getting lost in my head. I started thinking about something else, and then I was like, wait, I'm reading. Whoopsies. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, and. Alright. Last chart. A 2, a 1, 2, ready, and. Okay, success. Sort of. So, we played this at 160. The quality of playing was kind of between meh and technically proficient. Let's say technically proficient, but I was making progress on it. I think that kind of accurately sums it up. That one chart where I just like completely botched the reading, it's a weird chart to begin with, so I needed to focus more, but like mentally I was just like thinking about a different conversation, and that messed me up. Okay, now we're gonna do the same thing, but this time you play the short notes on the snare, and the long notes are on the bass drum and cymbals, plural. So the right hand will be on the ride, and the left hand will be on the crash. So you'll play. Oh, that's preview for number 10. Okay, so that's the plan. That's what we're working on next. Okay, so we did it at 120 and it was meh. Previously it was needs a lot of work. Oh, those charts with 11 through 15? Okay, that makes sense. Those were the advanced charts. I moved them to a different section. So let's do... No, not a 200. That'd be fun. Okay, so let's do these charts. And we'll try it at 120. We'll see how it goes. Oh, almost at 120. So scroll to the timestamps, clicky clicky. And then press F for full screen. Okay, so again, short notes, long notes, 2, ready, and. One, two, ready, and. This one's weird. I keep like, wait, which cymbal do I play? Like, it's supposed to match with the hands, but it's messing with my brain. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, and. Had a mini hair, just like a rogue one, just fly, land right on top of my nose. Minnie, why'd you do that? Sabotaging my performance. Minnie's my dog, by the way. 1, 2, she's asleep right over there. 2, ready, and. Okay, getting more comfortable. Now the next version of this is gonna put diddles on all the taps. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, and. All right, chart 5 is actually based off of Sing 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 at the beginning. That whole thing. 1, 2, ready, and that was rough. It's like I haven't played that one in a long time. That was 120. Okay, so it was meh, but I was making progress. It's yeah, this next one, I think this one's harder, like putting the diddles on it, especially because I can't hear all the diddles, like the drum trigger doesn't pick up all those little notes. So this one goes a little rough sometimes. So basically it's the exact same thing, but you put a diddle on all the taps. So you have like that. Feels like this is slid down a little bit, like it's angled too much. Okay, so it was 110 last time. Okay, let's try it. 110. And we'll just go ahead and stick with these charts again. See if I can improve them a wee bit. Who knows? We'll know in about 4 minutes. Almost forgot to switch back. Two, 1, 2, here we go. All right. We survived. Yeah, I felt a little bit more comfortable reading through that. Progress. 1, 2, here we go. A little slurred out on those last diddles. That turned him a slurred 5. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2. Here we go. Alright, so this is actually going better than the previous rep. I don't know if it's because it's slower, or it's because I just read these charts, or just did this is my third rep, basically, of the same idea, or maybe a combination of all three. Not complaining. A 1, 2, ready, aim. Excuse me. Hiccup. Okay. Last chart for this particular one. 1, a 2, a 1, 2. Here we go. Just keep time. Okay. I see how it is. It's one of those where, like, once he got off, it's just like, wait, how do you? Meh. I was making progress on it. All right, cool. Already. Okay, so we're gonna do the next one, and then I'm gonna do the rebound exercise. Okay, so last time I did it at 140 and it was fun. What is it? Samba feet, play the line, unison with the hands. Oh. Okay, so Samba feet is the same thing as the Bossa Nova, except it's just faster. I can't do it super fast for an extended period of time, so let's try at 140. And we'll see how it goes. And we're going to go back to jaredoleary.com/drum. And we're here. Did it freeze? No? Okay, good. And sure, we'll do charts 1 through 5 again. And 140 is the boom. That was a joke. I know how to pronounce BPM. All right, Samba feet. Unison between left and right hand on snare and ride. It's kind of like a fast bossa nova, a slow samba. One, two, Ready, go. Let's go faster. I'm feeling frisky. Let's try 170. I might regret this. One, two, ready, and. Ah, yeah. 1, 2, here we go. Alright. It's an awkward tempo for my foot. Yeah, it's a little slurred out on my right foot. See how it's a little slurred on the bass drum? 1, 2, here we go. Alright, let's try it. Yeah, a little slurred out, but otherwise it was fun. Better than I thought it would be, considering I jumped up 30 clicks. 170, and it was kind of between man, technically proficient. We'll go with this one, and just say I was making progress. Right foot slurred. So it was a little laggy there. Okay, so next up, I want to end with the Rebound thing that I did on Wednesday. So let's say tomorrow, or on Monday rather, when I do the next limb independence one, we're going to do that. Okay, so I did it up to 144. Let's try 145 as our starting, and we'll see how it goes. So that was pushing my limits, but what I'm going to do is the exercise called Rebound, which if you scroll down and you go to Ha, and then you go into the... Well, actually, I can just show you here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just alternate between 2 on the right and then 2 on the right foot. And eventually, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so that's the plan. Okay, here we go. We'll do this 5 reps. Ready, and go, and... I don't hear a snare drum sound. Why don't I hear my snare? Okay, there we go. It's like, I'm not hearing anything coming through my headphones. All right. Ready, and... Whoops. Same shirt.
Match! You have the updated version, though.
Did we call each other and plan it the night before? It's twin day.
Yeah.
2, here we go. I'm like taking my foot too far off the pedal, and it's like giving those like extra notes on there, because it's just like bouncing around too much. 2, 1, 2, here we go. All right, 3 more reps. Whoo-wee! Quite the workout for one foot. Okay, last rep. it stopped it. How did it do that? Did my mouse click? That's weird. Oh, you frozen now? All right, let's try that again. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Okay, so the foot, this is all single pedal. So what I'm doing is I'm using a heel toe, kind of like this, slide. So it's going double, 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 double. And when I was doing the quarter notes, I'm trying to maintain that technique, but slowly. And I was taking it off the pedal too much, and so that would give it that those extra notes, the little floppy, like, and an extra whippy note in there. And we don't want that. So I've maintained like just focusing on a lower, smaller motion and keeping my foot here so that didn't have enough room for the pedal to kind of get that extra floppy note in there. So that was improved, but overall that was still very difficult. Whoops, 140. Whoop, I can't type. 145, and I went up to 149, and it was, but I was making progress on this, so some improvement, which is great. That's what we want overall, you know, because this is a practice stream, and I have a lot to work on for drum kit. Okay, so we are going to be working tomorrow on a technique stream. So if you go to, back to my website, if you go to /schedule, you can see what I'm working on and when I'm working on it next. And I update it to like the morning of if I'm like feeling sick or something and I'm not able to jump on, then I'll remove it, or in advance of if I know I have a conflict. So tomorrow morning will be a technique stream. We'll probably be working on accent taps. I haven't quite figured out what I want to work on. And maybe Stardew, if my wife and I are doing that, or something else. So it might be Fortnite or Callisto Protocol. But I'm going to tear down and in about 25 minutes do Fortnite. So if anyone's interested in that, stick around in a wee bit. You can find all the gaming stuff at /game. You can find all of the drumming stuff at /drum. Almost 2,000 hours of free drumming content. Plenty of stuff to keep you busy for quite some time. And if you want to see like the sticks and pads I use, if you go to here or /gear on my website, you can find here all the books I recommend. Again, this is the book that I was working out of. And then past all the books, you can see this is the pedal I'm using. Here's the drumsticks I'm using, etc. So these are affiliate links. I do get about 4%-ish back from Amazon for the purchases if that interests you in supporting me out. I can't speak. Anyways, I'm going to tear this down and then get set up for Fortnite. So thank you for everybody who stopped by. And thank you again, Dylan, for the follow on Facebook. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your morning. And yeah, hopefully these resources on my website are helpful. Goodbye.